how many like series and how many things that there are with this, it almost feels like if you try to say this needs catch up, you're almost implying like all the rest of them need catch up too, and it's like they really
Yeah.
don't.
So then it kind of so like as a show, no, because it has a
It's
lot of
it's
the same elements as the other ones, and it's
it's
good.
well established.
Yeah,
Like you don't even like they didn't even have to do much background on any of the characters. If you
yeah,
watched the other series, you knew who each and every single person on this one was.
yeah.
You know?
So then it comes to because there's so many of them. How does this one differentiate itself enough to where it warrants its own series?
So far, no.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing a lot that would really make me be like, "Oh, yeah, this series awesome." Or oh, they're doing so much more with yada yada yada, and by doing I get it. There was a time skip with him essentially, but I
yeah,
still don't know if that at this point really warrants the whole. Hey, we're gonna actually fill in those gaps.
yeah. Because I'm like, there are certain parts of either Index or Railgun where it's like it is focusing on him, and Railgun and the mate and the other guy are like gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
This is
this
true.
could just be like an episode 7 or something like that of either of the other two. So I'm looking
I'm,
forward to see like what makes this different, and
mhm.
if it makes it different enough and branches off enough from the main story, then I'm like, yeah, Accelerator 2, Accelerator 3, because we'll be in a whole different world or a whole different part of the world that the other ones don't even touch. So,
Yeah, for sure.
uh,
What?
yeah, I don't know. Mm, I would say it doesn't need ketchup, but you can only have the same burger enough times to where you're like, okay, I need a little bit of something different.
Yeah, no, for sure. Throw some jalapenos on that bad boy.
Yeah,
Let's spice it up.
yeah,
Emerald
exactly.
that crap. So, oh yeah, no, for sure.
Let's see. The next show we're gonna be talking about is oh god,
See, this is the one I thought originally you were talking about when for the other show about the demon thing. So I was like, I originally saw this and I was like, oh, that looks like this guy. Maybe I went, and I went, I read the synopsis. I'm like, no, I don't think this one's for me.
so I'm just gonna read the English name because the other was like a paragraph long. Do
Mm-hmm.
you love your mom and her two-hit multi-target attacks? Uh,
Why would they name it that? Why?
all right.
Oh God, I just
Okay. So, how many episodes have I watched? One.
one. Oh
Do I like the character so far?
no.
Maybe people other than the main characters.
So those you deal with most, you're like, no. But the rest of them that I only see every now and then, yeah, they're okay.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Um,
Really?
and it's like I can't remember who's who. Oh, we haven't even met them yet. I don't think.
I haven't even met the mom and the.
I think what happened was we saw them for like a couple seconds at the beginning because
Mhm.
they did that. Oh, we're in the middle of a future battle, and then it time skips backwards
Mm-hmm.
to show what led up to it. And I think I saw some of the other characters, or I'm just making this up. I don't know. It's this. I'm trying to figure out like why do I even think I like the other characters because in the first episode I think you're only with them two. Like maybe you meet that guide that gives you what you need,
Mm-hmm.
and like you meet some people who like show you how to test out your skills and stuff like that. And I'm like, maybe I like them more than the main character. I can't remember, but yeah, the characters are rough right now. The first episode. Um, how did this story play out? What is my issue with this? Basically, it is the guy. So I don't understand. I don't get the this. Cause I don't know how to explain it. It blends so much stuff together that I have a
Uh-huh.
problem with it. Okay, so you have the mom.
Mm-hmm.
She takes care of all the housework. She makes sure the kids have everything that they need, and she's like, "Go, my children."
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the girlfriend who takes care of the house, makes sure that her boyfriend has everything she needs, and then go, boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the sister, where if the mom's not there, she takes care of the house. She makes sure that whoever needs something gets what they need, and go, brother. They're mixing this character all into one. So where it's like it's the mom, but then she acts cutesy like she's the girlfriend, and then she bugs him like she's his sister. And I'm like, what is happening? Um, so he's like basically the first part, like his life is basically mom the whole time because she's either bugging him to do his homework or bugging him to be better or doting on him because he's not paying attention to her. And he's
Mm-hmm.
filling out this very weird questionnaire.
Mm-hmm.
A questionnaire that I'm like, aren't you suspicious of these questions? It's like, how do you feel about your mom? And he's like, she's all right. He's like, what would you do? He's like, do you wish that there was something to where you and your mom could be closer? And he's like, no, not really. Or like just like these weird, like exactly his situational questions. I'm like, who gave him these questions? I'm like, are they not at home and they're like taking a survey for something that they want? Because that's the only reason why the questions would be so specific. So then I guess he sends off I can't remember. And like some person comes over and he like they're explaining this whole thing. And they're like, oh, well, that questionnaire is for this thing that you can go to another world. And he's like pointing at the computer. And then like, I don't know, he gets sucked into I don't remember. And like he gets sucked into the computer and he goes into another world and he's like, bye! He's like, finally I get to get rid of my mom. So he's like in the different world teleportation tunnel kind of thing. And he's like getting farther and farther away. And his mom is like, no, I can't remember his name. He's like, Michael, no. And
Masato.
he's like, bye, just gone. And she's looking sad and looking directly at him. So you're like, oh, he's not getting away. She's not getting away. She looks determined and disappointed and eager to be next to him. So of course she's gonna show up later. So he gets there and like there's a person who like explains what's going on, and then he's like, oh yeah, and this and this and that. And then like a couple minutes later, this beam of light all of a sudden shows up, and it's his mom with luggage because of course she has luggage. They're going on a trip together. So I'm like, oh, that is actually funny. So I'm like, okay, cool. So he's like, Mom, why are you here? She's like, why did you leave me behind, Raccoon? You can't leave your mother behind. I'm like, okay. So they start going through the thing, and he picks a sword, and he's like, they come to this area where he's like, you get to choose your weapon that you're gonna be using in this world, and he's like, oh, okay, and I'm like, pick the fire sword, and he's like, oh, this electrical sword. I'm like, no, pick the fire sword, and he picks that, and he's all like, all right, and he like tests it out and all that kind of stuff, and then the mom walks over, and then he's like, all right, well, you can pick your sword. And I'm like, pick the fire sword. And she picks the fire and the ice sword, pulls them both out at the same time. And he's like, wait, you can't do that. Well, you just did. So, okay. So now she's dual wielding swords.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she knows exactly what's happening. I think she set this whole situation up because she wants to find some way to get close to her son. So she's been like studying video games, and like she knows the world, and like she knows how to like hack it and break it. That's why she pulled out two swords at the beginning. Like I'm on to you. I know that you playing dumb, but I know like, oh, pisses me off. So she's like, oh, I got two swords now. And then like he tests his weapon, he's like, and it's like, okay. And then she's like, whoa, whoa, and this giant crazy attack happens, which is the 2-hit combo thing, the thing that the show's named after. I'm like, oh, that's why the next show's named that. So then of course he's like, oh, well, I know video games. And then he tests his weapon, and hers is a lot stronger. So now he's depressed. Because now he's like, now my mom's better than me at video games. So he's mad. And she's like, what's wrong? And he's like, but you're always doing this crap. And I'm like, this dude sucks. I'm like, it's like, I don't trust the mom because I feel like she's like, and then this dude's just pathetic. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, how are you gonna let your mom beat you at games? So they go to this one thing where they have to fight a monster. He can't kill it, she kills it, and I'm like, oh, okay, so I see the pattern. Basically, she's the star of the show, and I don't. So it's like I am highly suspicious of her. I think she knows everything that's going on, and she's playing dumb. And then she's trying to be the sister, the girlfriend, and the mom, and the wife all at the same time, which I am not okay with. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to angrily watch this show so I can find out that she's behind the whole thing, or if I'm just going to give up because she can't be all three people at the same time.
I just watched the opening to this show, which I don't usually watch openings because it always spoils stuff. I hate spoils. I just watched the opening to it, and it just kind of weirded me out. Because you just see, if the original part of it is her and him walking together, and then, where was it at? Yeah, her and him walking together, and then she literally grabs him and by the arm, and then boob physics happen, and I'm like, that's your mom.
Yeah.
Why are we no? And yeah, so and then he's not paying attention to her. So since he's not paying, oh god, there it was again. Since he's not paying attention to her, she gets that upset, like red, angry face of being all cutesy and everything, and I'm like, that's your mom. No, that's wrong. In so many ways, the implications that are there are completely wrong.
So, does this show need Ketchup? No, because I don't want to watch it.
Just drown it. Just drown it in ketchup.
Like, what show? All I see is ketchup.
Yeah.
You know what? The ketchup is basically feedback. It's not adding to the show. So if I were to add feedback, I would say pick a role. You can't be his mom. You can't be his mom, his sister, and his girlfriend at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Take that one aspect out of it, and then I'm still suspicious of you, but fine. And then I'll be okay with it. Pick one, not all three. Yeah.
It's just like I feel like a parent made this show just to get even with their child.
This is how a son's supposed to be.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
See, he's spending time with his mom.
Yeah. They're having fun together. Why can't we have fun together? I'll play games. Mom. He's like, I'll play games. You want to play games? We'll play a game. Yeah. Just no. Just generally speaking, no. All that, no.
Yeah, that's that show. The next show we're going to be talking about is, the last first impression for this season is, oh God, I think this one has a long name too.
Oh yeah, it does.
Oh Jesus.
You want to just use the?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the English name. If it's for my daughter, I'd even defeat a demon lord.
So how many episodes did you watch of that?
Oh no! I explained the wrong show earlier.
What? On what?
This is the girl that found like the monster in the forest. I don't know. You know what? Both of those shows in my mind are the same.
Okay, so since he obviously has no recollection, I'm gonna fill him in on this one.
Yes, please.
So this was an adventure. This is not an isekai because he's from this world, but this is an adventurer who was out on a mission, and as he was busy cooking for the night and whatnot, a little girl came up to his fire. And he realized rather quickly that she was of the demon race because she had horns. And at first he just was going to just feed her and send her on her way. And then he ends up finding out that her parent died. Her dad died. And he helped her bury him and then decided that he would take her back to the city. Originally, this was the idea from him was if he goes back to the city, apparently there's some sort of magical compendium of news or something that he can look up and see if she's a lost child, if there's a place he can return her to, yada, yada, yada. But when he goes back and meets up with one of his friends at a bar, he realizes that there is no news about her at all. Nothing. So at first he was trying to decide what he wanted to do with her and ends up deciding in the end that he was going to basically keep her and take care of her. Try to give her a normal life as much as he could.
Everybody, I had the right show.
And this one, I feel like, so that was basically the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Every episode following that has been her trying to live a normal life while still being part of the demon race. Okay. And it was those were where the intriguing moments started happening. So, how many episodes have you watched into this?
Episode 1.
Okay. I thought of you immediately after watching episode 1 because I'm like, this is cute girls doing cute things kind of thing. And you have to admit, kind of was, because she's adorable. But later on, I think you'll get even more interested because of what happens a lot of the time. There's a lot of prejudices that go along with being a demon of the demon race. And won't go into detail, but one of the things that later on happens is she goes to school. And one of her teachers is very prejudiced. And that causes some pretty major issues. Like, it actually kind of, I was a little shocked about how things progressed at that point. Because, yeah, she kind of hurt herself. Anyways, but yeah, no, it's like her learning to speak our language, her socializing with people her age, her going to school, her learning about birthdays and thank you presents and stuff like that. And just in general, I mean, the guy's still there, and I think I kind of get annoyed with him sometimes because he kind of went off the deep end when it came to doting on his now daughter, essentially. And everything is just like, oh, okay. Basically, think of Hughes from Full Metal Alchemist times 10.
Oh God.
That's what you get.
Oh wow.
Which made the one scene with when that teacher and everything all the more entertaining.
Okay.
But yeah, all in all, I mean, I'm not usually into the cute girls doing cute things type animes. But I think this one has enough extra storyline going on around it that it's interesting.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the point when another demon, maybe actually sees her or comes across her, and then maybe they want to try to take her away or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like, I thought you were dead. You need to come take your role as queen or something like that.
Yeah, some crazy something or other. Because there's still some mystery behind why she was out there with her dad all alone. And why, nothing's been said about a missing demon child, and nothing has been, like, she was asked if anyone had taught her, like, basic things. And I guess her answer had been, if I remember correctly, it was because they hadn't decided yet. And when they were asked, well, what is it they were trying to decide? She said she didn't know. So I'm like, there's something more going on here. We're just like the rest of all the other people here and clueless about it right now.
Okay.
So meanwhile, we get to just kind of see cute girls doing cute things in a fantasy element, basically. So.
Who's your favorite character?
I'd have to say the girl. She is just utterly adorable in a lot of ways.
Okay.
And especially that one episode with the teacher, you really feel for her. So.
Okay. And would you say, does this show need ketchup?
For what it is, no. I don't think that this show necessarily takes itself too seriously. And I think it kind of understands what it's doing and where it's coming from. So for what it is that they're trying to do, I think they're just fine. So. What did you think about it?
I thought the show was another show.
Now that you know which show this is again.
Yeah, so this isn't that show. The first episode wasn't enough for me to have an opinion on the show. It was kind of like, we're starting to set stuff up. And I'm like, interesting. And now I kind of want to know more. So I'm intrigued enough to find out, because it is weird that she was with her father and her father was killed and she made it out kind of okay. It is weird that, well, like when the guy he's always carrying her everywhere.
Well, yeah, because she's so small.
Yeah. So when he walked into the village before she had the bows on, she had her horns, and one of the guards was like, "Hey, what's that?" He's like, "Oh, it's a little demon girl. I'm keeping her." He's like, oh, "Okay, all right, see you later." And I'm like,
I think for him, they kind of explained that a little bit during that conversation, only because he goes, yeah. First he was like, "Wait," and he's, "Did you say a demon?" And he goes, "Yeah, I found her," and kind of explained the situation. He goes, "All right, well, because it's you, I'll let it go."
Yeah. So when I was like, oh, okay, so he's somebody. It's not just the regular average dude. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just curious to see.
So this is one you definitely plan on watching.
It's higher than, it's like right below the top.
Okay, I was about to say, if it's not higher than the dumbbells, I'm gonna be very upset with you. I'm gonna be very upset with you. I know your space one's probably your top.
Oh man.
But I'm glad to see that this one at least takes second place.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, like, I don't know. I'm intrigued. So
for sure.
We shall see. So from last season, we have a pretty popular show. This is the old picture because I couldn't find a new picture. But Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer.
Oh my goodness. We were at like a strong 8 before, and I think at this point we've amped it up to an 11. This show, I believe, is going. I think it's going to make anime history. I think it's going to make, one of those when people look back at animes and they're going, "Oh, you got to watch this show. This is like quintessential anime kind of thing going on here." That's what this is going to be.
So like Full Metal Alchemist,
or like Neon Genesis Evangelion,
right.
Boku no Hero, Dragon Ball Z. Like, yeah, those sort of animes where you're like, this is quintessential anime. You have to watch it. That's what this goes to.
Okay.
It just. So this is a show, especially with the last part that I watched, that is not afraid to show you some gore. It's not gore for the sake of shock and awe. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Kind of thing. It's a gore with purpose. Like it has a reason. If they didn't show what they did show, you'd look at it going, "What is this? The edited version? PG-13? What are we doing here?" It would seem wrong in that regards. We have now, at this point, I am on episode 19, last current episode. We have met all 4 of those characters.
Okay.
And all 4 of them have such a unique characteristics between them. I mean, the yellow-haired kid, I was going to...
I remember him.
Yeah. I was like, he's annoying. But the recent development with him has kind of put him in a new light. So I'm cool with him. Uh, boar-haired kid over there. You can see him actually developing his character. You can see the growth in his character. And I, for one, am so happy about that. He kind of had like also an annoying characteristics with him, but not to the extent of the yellow-haired kid. But he still was kind of annoying, and you kind of see it's almost now turned from annoying to endearing, almost in a way.
Okay.
And I like it. I like it. I like what they're doing with it. I like how they're developing it. Um, Tanjiro and Nezuko, two main characters. Oh my goodness. This last episode just like cinched them as two characters that you just are just amazing in their own right. You know? And if anyone has ever in anime wanted to know how you create a bond of brother and sister and do it without getting either A, creepy, or B, just, whitewashing it essentially, or just being like, it's whatever kind of thing, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. And not only that, but even though she is the only female character, main character in the bunch, she does not get outshined by any of the other ones. She is not the damsel in distress. She is not the, crutch or that brings down the rest of the team. She is right there with them and helping out to a great extent. So character wise, absolutely love it. Story wise, how many episodes has this said that it was going to be? Do we know for sure? I gotta see that real quick. Yeah, but it doesn't say. Where's the? Oh, there's leftovers. Okay, there we go. How many eps are we saying? Because even if it's 24, I'm gonna say it's gonna be too short. Okay, it's 26 episodes. They're gonna have a season. They're gonna have a season 2. I mean, we're on episode. What did I say? 19.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're on episode 19. His goal, his ultimate goal, is to take down the 12 demons, hugely powerful demons, below the main guy he's got to take out. We're on episode 19. He's taken out 1. There's going to be way more episodes than what they have left. Because that means there's only 7 more episodes until the series ends. And it's like, if he's only taken out 1, no. There's going to be way more episodes, way more things happening. And I like his development too. He's powerful. He's kind of a prodigy in a lot of sense, which is fine. But they gave it to him like he won that last battle, won by the skin of his teeth. Like literally. He's going to be out for like probably a couple of weeks, if not months, recovering from all the punishment he took.
Wow.
And that's the other thing about this anime is that when someone gets injured, not only do they really get injured, but they actually take the time to go, all right, how long would it take someone to recover from that?
Mm-hmm.
Like injuries are more of a realistic thing in here than they are in most other animes I've ever seen.
Okay.
But at the same time, like he only won not only by the skin of his teeth, but because originally the demon that he was facing was not trying to actually kill him at first. Wasn't taking it seriously. It wasn't even until the very end that he even started to take it seriously. And then by that point, so basically the demon's hubris of I'm better than you and you can't touch me was the reason why that demon died. And even then, it was a close thing. So I'm like, all right, yeah, someone's gonna have to get stronger. Someone's gonna have to get a little more powerful before he can even think about facing even the rest of them. And now that one of them's been killed, I guarantee you the rest of them are gonna know.
Uh,
So there's gonna be no he can play it off or try to act weak and then try to take him out later on. No, no, no. They're gonna know. And they're gonna see him coming and they're gonna take the initiative and they're gonna try to kill him before he can kill them. So this is gonna be a damn good series. I can tell you that. And the animation, they just UFO Table just freaking nailed the crap out of it. The animation, the ambiance. I mean, every reactor I watched on this had nothing but great things to say about the OST. They were like, "Oh my God, that just fits so perfectly with what's going on." Like it when you have an intense moment of good action sequences and the music behind it just amps you up for it, and it's not like it's what is that one that they had the like Goblin Slayer where it was like heavy rock music,
yeah.
and then the guitars. No, this is literally they still keep it in thematics with like it's still traditional Japanese music, but the vocals and the sounds that they get out there, you're like, oh my God, this is gonna be sweet. It's you feel it. And that last battle sequence that he had, it's like everyone is just like, that was gorgeous. That was beautiful. Just beyond a shadow of a doubt.
I need to catch up.
I mean, there was even CG in there, and I did not mind it a little bit. Not at all.
Nice.
Not at all. That artistic style that they do when people are doing their moves
Mhm.
and stuff like that with the like with Tendro with his water usual moves that he does, and later on with other things he does. It superinsedes, and there was so much of it over the entire thing that it just made it just gorgeous. So
Nice.
yeah.
Um, it's crazy to see the journey with you and UFO Table because you've never liked the shows that they did, especially because they did a bunch of Fate at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, and then even with the Sword Boys, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to say God Eater 2. Um,
Mm-hmm.
then it's like finally they got one.
Yeah. It took them long enough. I mean, they've had so many out there that they have done. Um, yeah, tons of Fate Stay. But see, I think probably Fate Stay for me got kind of washed in the mix because I watched the original Fate Stay and
Yeah.
absolutely loved it. And then they came out with their own Fate Stay, and I'm like, come on now. That's like what happened with freaking One Punch Man. It's like, no, no. I watched the original Fate Stay and absolutely loved it. Now
Yeah.
you're trying to do your own Fate Stay, and I'm like, I mean, maybe it's just being prejudiced about it, just from seeing the original one now to seeing someone else try to do another one, but it just didn't register the same way.
Mhm.
Didn't have the same feel. So, but yeah, no, this is now. Yeah, I'm looking back on it and looking at all the other ones they've done. This really has been the first one from UFO Table that I can look at and be like, this is awesome. You guys did a
Yeah.
damn good job. And like I said, there's no way they're gonna freaking wrap this up in the 7 episodes that they have left. There's just no way. So not only are
Like,
you gonna be able to
dang
get
it, UFO
this
Table,
season,
you did it again.
yeah.
Strike.
Now we have to wait for the next season to come out. So yeah, no. As long as when you come out with this next season, it's at least on par with what you're giving us now, I'm perfectly fine with that. Perfectly fine with that. So, and again, I'm so happy about this series. If nothing else, then so many other people are as happy about it that worldwide on Twitter, this was trending. That has got to give, I mean, props to you. How many other animes in their history can say something like that?
Akira, Cowboy Bebop, Boku no Hero.
The
All
big
that was been named
names.
before.
The big names. I
Yeah.
mean, when you're ranking it up there with those names, when your name becomes synonymous with those names, you've done a damn good job. So, bravo. Bravo.
I can't wait until I can get back to it. Because
Where'd you leave off? Do you even remember?
episode 1.
Oh, good lord. Oh my goodness, you got 18 episodes to catch up on.
Yeah. So that's it for our initial thoughts for this season, the summer season of 2019. We will be back in 2 weeks or 3. Because in 3 weeks is the first, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So we'll be back on the 1st. So we'll
3 weeks.
Yeah, we'll be talking about the
Upcoming?
Yeah. Yeah, let's take a sneak peek.
Good lord. Upcoming.
I know. Like
I'm too jacked and up and hyped up with freaking. Oh, and new season of Boku no Hero.
Oh man.
Top 3, top 4, actually top 5. Jeez. Boku no Hero, Sword Art Online, Seven Deadly Sins, Psychopaths season 3, Food Wars. Top 5, the top 5 most hyped up shows right now on any chart. I've got to watch. I've got to watch.
Wow.
This is the season of sequels.
Yeah.
Look at the top. Look at the top. What 7, 8? The top 8 animes for this next season are all sequels.
Yeah.
How many sequels are there? Jesus.
Oh my god. Fantasy Star Online? I gotta watch the first. Gonzo. Wait, no, it's Madhouse that. R.I.P. Madhouse.
Oh, yeah, Fairy Gone's back on there too.
Yeah, fairly boring. Zoids.
Wait, what the hell is that?
Zoids! I need to. Where is this show? They threw it on some weird.
Zoids? Yeah, I see that.
Oh man, it's not gonna be on anything. I wanted to see the new Zoids. I watched Zoid Zero when I was.
New Gundam.
Wait, I passed Gundam.
Uh huh. Gundam Build Drivers Re-Rise.
Oh, that's probably right.
Probably. So, I'm interested in No Guns Life, just from looking at that picture and the name.
Oh, Grand Blue.
Yeah, I saw that too. Like I said, so many sequels.
I see basketball and tennis.
Yep, oh, that one's gonna be yours. What the hell is that freaking Beastars? Assassin's Pride. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, this next season looks like it's gonna be pretty good.
I mean, this next season just looks like primarily sequels.
Yeah. Oh, okay, there it is. Gundam Build Driver. Yeah, I'm not really gonna build.
What the hell is Beastars?
But
What the fuck?
Man, Zoid's out on something I can watch it on.
What the hell is Beastars?
Beast Stars.
And why did Gonzo do this? Because they made it look absolutely
Oh,
gorgeous.
wow. I'm gonna wait.
Okay, I'm seeing some CG in here. What the fuck? Is this a world where everyone is just a beast of some sort? We're like, hey, you know what we haven't done? Let's create a world in our world, like basically almost identical to our world. But let's have everyone be animals. Because,
Different.
Zootopia looked fun. So we want to give our hand about doing an anime based on something like that. But of course, it's Japan, so we're doing high school life. It looks so ridiculous. What the hell? I don't even. I can't. I can't. I can't. It's Gonzo, but I still can't. Okay, that I can get into. We're only 8 seconds into a preview for Assassin's Pride, and I'm like, I'm in. Anyways, we're already starting to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop that.
So yeah, we'll be back in 3 weeks for the upcoming thoughts for the fall season, the season of sequels.
That's what you need to title the next one too.
But yeah, that is it for today. This has been Big D and Shade. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Thanks for supporting the channel in any way that y'all do. And we will see y'all next time.